Hello, everybody. I'm Poke Champion Logan. Welcome to the next episode of the Geekin podcast. I've been trying to get these episodes off the ground for a little while now, but I've gotten locked out of my Google account and locked out of everything else because of that, because I damaged my phone, and it's just been a complete hell getting everything back. So I just made new accounts on everything. But this is where I'm going to be doing everything for now. And today we are talking about Palworld from a Pokemon player's perspective. If you don't know what Palworld is, or you've been living under a rock for like the last week, Palworld is the latest quote-unquote Pokemon killer. And we're going to talk about that today. So Palworld is the latest internet sensation. It's an Ark survival style game, but with Pokemon-like creatures in the world. And it has taken the internet by storm in the last week or two. And I just want to give you my perspective from a Pokemon player and talk about the future things, what Pokemon should do, what I think Pokemon should do, and So straight off the bat, I'm just going to say that I haven't played the new game, so I'm not going to be too harsh about it because I haven't played it. I don't own an Xbox. I have a PS5, a Switch, and my Oculus. But I have seen online play of it, and I've seen videos of it. I've gathered enough information to have a pretty good perspective of the game and what it brings to the table for, monster taming game genre, I guess, Pokemon-like games. People seem to be having fun with it, so there's nothing wrong there. The game honestly looks fun, but personally, I wish that they would have gone to make their monsters not based off of already pre-existing Pokemon creatures, because it's very obvious that some of them are basically ripped right out of the Pokemon series. But that's like a minor detail. It doesn't really matter that much. It just, in my opinion, the monsters look very generic. They look like they took the basics of some Pokemon and changed it up just enough that it won't get them sued, I just wish they would have had a little bit more originality with designing their creatures. And listen, that's saying a lot coming from a Pokemon player, because Gen 9 had some bad designs. I ain't even going to lie. They had some really terrible designs. But also, as a person who's played Pokemon their entire life, I like Scarlet and Violet. I love it. Like, I play it all the time on my Switch. And, that doesn't mean that I would hate Palworld. But I'm just saying, I know there's a lot of hate for Scarlet and Violet, but they sold over 23 million copies, and it is one of the Switch's best-selling games ever. So, despite all the hate and all the trash talk, it's still one of the top Switch games ever, period. It sold more than almost any Pokemon game. No Pokemon game has sold nearly as much as that. It's followed up by gold and silver. So, if that tells you anything, that's pretty good. No Pokemon game is going to sell as much as Red and Blue did. Let's just get that out of the way. The second most sold Pokemon game of all time is another game that everybody supposedly hated, and that's Sword and Shield. Followed up by that is Scarlet and Violet. So, it's literally some of the best Pokemon games we've had in a long time. But I think the problem with Pokemon games now is that every other game today is like a movie, in comparison to what Nintendo is producing. Nintendo is producing games to have fun and relax, couch play, old school. Like link with your friends, play some Mario Kart, have a Pokemon battle, and then, call it a day, just have some fun. And they're more concerned with, gameplay features, and they're not really concerned with the graphic capabilities or anything like that. And we got games like my PS5. I got Spider-Man 2, which is an amazing game, and it looks absolutely amazing, but I don't expect that from the Pokemon series because it's never been like that. It would be great to get a Pokemon game in that caliber, but they're not built like that. They're just not. They're not built the same. And I don't know where all of a sudden, because we got a more powerful console, they expect everything to just switch up on a dime, but it doesn't work like that. We got to build towards that. And Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus are the groundwork for a better game, I'm telling you. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know what they're going to do next. I really don't. I have no clue what they're going to do next because Pokemon Day is coming up. Gen 9 is basically done with, and it's too early to announce the next generation. And this Palworld game, it definitely has their attention. Like they see the reaction. They see, the people. They definitely know about it and have seen the online presence. So whatever they announce next they're gonna have to amp it up. Like they are Palworld is gonna put some heat on their ass. It is. I'm gonna admit that. Like they're gonna have to step it up. And I don't know what they're going to announce on Pokemon Day. I'm still hoping for a Stadium 3 or a Battle Revolution 2, but I'm not going to hold my breath because it never happens. But I don't think I think ever since Legends Arceus, I feel like we're pretty much done with remakes. We could get a black and white remake, but I doubt that too. A Let's Go Johto would be fun because that's been rumored for the last couple of years, but all in all, that'd just be another return to Kanto in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know what they're going to do next because it's way too early for the next gen. Of course, I thought that with Scarlet and Violet trailer dropped, but they're definitely not going to release the next gen yet. And I don't see another remake happening right now, so I wonder what they got cooking. Like I really genuinely wonder what they got cooking up. And they're gonna have to step up the game. And Nintendo needs to release that next console, the Switch 2 or whatever the hell it's gonna be called. They need to go ahead and do that because Switch has been out for a while. It's run its course. It's about time. And hey, if we get a more powerful console that's closer to what the PS4 or PS5 can handle, then we're in for a good ride. I'm just not sure what the next move is, really, honestly. I've heard some things and read some things about another Mystery Dungeon game, but there's not enough hype for the Mystery Dungeon series. Like, I like them. I play them. I have XD or DX, whatever it's called. But there's not enough hype there, Like, maybe they will announce the Game Boy games, Maybe they might. I mean, they're going to have to do something. Like, it's inevitable. They're going to do a couple announcements for Pokemon Go and mobile games. We'll probably have something about the anime because that hasn't really taken off yet here in America. But see, then that's another thing. Is like I've been watching the anime in Japan, or not in Japan, but I've been watching it subbed, and Gen 9 is basically done with, and the anime is still continuing. So they have something that they already have planned. They have something cooking, but I just not sure what it is. It's way too early to end that show, you know, and they pretty much went through this region pretty quick. Like the anime series, they haven't really explored the current region very much yet, but we're pretty much done with Gen 9. So what's next for Pokemon? What is the next big move? Because I have no clue what they're going to do next. And I usually have a pretty good perspective on this type of stuff. You know, Pokemon's been kind of predictable the last couple of years, but now I have no clue. And it has me so curious as to what's going to happen next. I mean, I really want those Game Boy games on the Switch. Like, that would be cool. Like I said, I'm not expecting next gen yet. It's just too early for that. But something. We're going to get a 2024 Pokemon game. Maybe a Pokken Tournament 2 or something around there. Or another Coliseum game would be cool. But I won't hold my breath, you know. I don't know, but they're going to have to do something because people are watching. Eyes are going to be on this, especially now that, you know, I definitely don't think that Palworld is strong enough to take down Pokemon. Like, let's be real. That's not going to happen. But it is going to put some fire under their ass. Like, they're going to have to pay close attention and they're going to have to do something outside the box for a change. And it might be good for us, you know? Like, it might be good for us. I'm not expecting them to have Pokemon with guns for real, you know? But we're gonna have to step it up. Like, this is gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. But like I said, whenever the next Nintendo console is announced, which is rumored to be dropped this year, Gen 10's gonna be on that console. I feel like they should wait till the next gen, till the next console drops to drop the next gen. Especially if it's a more powerful console and it can handle more graphic capabilities, because that was the main complaint with Scarlet and Violet. If the graphics were there, I don't think it would have been as much of a problem. And, you know, like I said, I love the game because from a Pokemon player's perspective, and you guys might not, that's your opinion, it's whatever, but I like it. And honestly, if the game came with better graphics, it would be an upgrade. You know, like, I'm not gonna deny the graphics ain't the best, but I don't really care about that kind of thing when it comes to a game, especially my Pokemon games. It's not the type of thing that I'm concerned about. But like I said, I'm curious as to what they're going to do next. I don't know what the next move is. If you got any theories, let me know and get ready for the next video because I'm coming with some more. Thank you. I'm out.